Hello, my E&L students. It has been a very long and very interesting school year, but I am here with you today. The Poughkeepsie Farm Project asked me to do a little cooking with you, so I'm just going to introduce our next cooking video. SonyaJoy is going to be making Vietnamese spring rolls with you guys, and I'm very excited. They're one of my personal favorite. So until we get to see each other again in September, from my home to yours, enjoy y salud.
Carrots are part of the umbelliferae family, which includes celery, parsley, cilantro, and dill. Carrots prefer cooler weather and soil that's loose and well-draining so they can grow deep down into the soil. Which part of the plant is the carrot? Root, stem, leaf, flower, or fruit? Yes, it's the root. Most people eat only the root of the plant. Some cooks like to use the edible carrot stems and leaves in pestos and soups. Carrots were first grown by our farming ancestors in what is now Afghanistan and Iran. They are known for their bright orange color, which is a clue that they are full of vitamin A, just like other orange foods like sweet potatoes and apricots. For this recipe, you'll need a package of spring roll wrappers, 1 package of rice noodle or bean thread noodle, a small bunch of mint or basil, 2 carrots, 1 cucumber, 2 tablespoons of sweetener, 1 teaspoon of salt, a 1/4 cup of vinegar, and a 1/4 cup of water. The tools you'll need for this recipe are a cutting board, 2 medium to large bowls, 1 that's heat-proof, a small bowl, a vegetable spiralizer, and a spoon.
To peel or not to peel? That's the question that you need to ask yourself when you're starting your spring roll. You can choose to peel your carrots and your cucumbers. If you notice that they're dirty or they have bumps that have dirt trapped in them, you can go ahead and peel them. But I actually don't mind the bitter flavor of the cucumber peels. And this carrot has been cleaned and washed. So I'm going to choose not to peel them and not make any more food waste. So you can choose to peel or to not to peel and go forward. And the next step is that you're going to spiralize your vegetables. So you're going to use, this is a microplane spiralizer, and I like it because the cutting part of the tool is inside. So for little fingers, it's more difficult for them to get cut. And it also has 2 different sizes. So you can see it fits a carrot really well and it fits a cucumber really well, or you could use zucchini or squash. So we're using this wonderful microplane spiralizer. And before you start, you just want to cut off the ends of your carrots and cucumbers. So where the stem met the plant, you want to give that a cut either with your kid chef knife or your adult chef knife. I think the cucumber is just fine. Great, and then you're going to use the spiralizer kind of like turning a pencil in a pencil sharpener. So you want to twist, and the vegetable does stay inside of the spiralizer while you're twisting. Oops. Keep twisting, and you'll start to see those veggie noodles come out. Nice. Keep going until you are all the way done with your cucumber, and then you're going to move on to your carrots. Okay, so I've spiralized the cucumber and the carrots. Definitely feel that a little bit in my muscles. So if you needed to at home, take some breaks. There is a part of the carrot that was too skinny to go through, so I just am going to maybe save this for some other salad, or if you can compost, go ahead and do that. So in a separate bowl, we're going to mix up a pickle liquid. So pickle liquid is based with vinegar for some sourness and tartness and acidity. And you want to balance that the vinegar with some water, 50-50 vinegar and water. And for some sweetness, you can use sugar, maple syrup, or honey, just a touch of that, and a sprinkle of salt. So this sour, sweet, salty combination is one way of creating a quick pickle, something that is sort of instantly pickled. But the traditional way of pickling is actually to ferment foods, so to salt them and let them ferment over time. And that also creates a prebiotic and probiotic environment where bacteria can grow, and those are healthy bacteria for your gut. So if you ever tried sauerkraut or kimchi or yogurt, those are all examples of fermented foods. But this is a very quick version of pickling, and the longer that you leave the vegetables in the pickle liquid, the tangier and more tart and more flavorful they're going to get. So you could let this sit in the pickle liquid for about 15 minutes, but I would recommend, if you want something that's really, really zesty, to leave it in the pickling liquid as long as overnight. That's going to give you a stronger flavor. But for our purposes, we're going to use this right now, actually. So the next step and the last step is to cook your noodles and wrap your spring roll wrappers. So the noodles are these wonderful chewy rice noodles. And what's great about them is that they cook super fast and they barely need any heat to cook. So instead of boiling pasta for a long time on your stove, what you do is just boil some hot water, get it ready, pour your rice noodles into a deep pot, and then cover it and let them sit there for usually about 3 to 4 minutes. You might want to check the package to see how long the package tells you to cook your rice noodles. You'll strain them, and then I recommend to just give them a cold rinse with some cool water, because what that's going to do is stop them from cooking any further, and your noodles won't turn into mush. You want them to be, slightly al dente, a little bit chewy for this recipe. So once you've cooked your rice noodles, the last step is to get out your rice paper. So a lot like dry pasta, rice paper is crispy and hard, but unlike wheat pasta or rice pasta, you actually don't need to cook it. You're just going to spread some warm water on both sides of the paper. So just enough water to dampen it. You don't want it to be dripping wet. Okay, so I've spread some warm water on both sides with my fingertips, and now I'm just going to wait about 15 seconds. And what you'll notice is that the paper starts to become more pliable, more flexible. I'm going to wait a little bit longer. And something I want you to try too is don't put your rice paper onto a paper plate. You need to use either a cutting board, like a plastic cutting board, or a ceramic plate, because if you use paper, this rice paper will stick to it when it's wet. And it's already starting to stick to itself a little bit. Okay, but it's definitely really pliable. You can see it's very wiggly. So we are ready to roll our spring roll. First step is to take some of your ingredients, some of your filling. So you're going to take a little bit of rice noodle, and you're going to put it on the side that's closest to you. A little bit of veggies. It's really colorful and beautiful. And something that's happening to me might happen to you at home too. If it starts to stick to itself, you can try to fix it a little bit, but if you notice any rips or tears, just go ahead and get yourself a new rice wrapper. Okay, so we've got the filling in there. We're going to start by doing 1/4 turn, so just one full fold over so that the veggies and the noodles are tucked in. You're going to take the edges and bring them in, kind of like a little mini burrito. Great, okay. You're going to make one more turn. Again, just bringing the veggies up one more turn. And then before we close it, we're going to take a little bit of basil or mint. I have some mint here. Take a couple leaves. And this is just a beautiful accent to finish. You can put your mint leaves inside of the wrapper so that when it seals, you can see them from the outside. It's really beautiful. And then finish your roll. Gorgeous. Very nice. So that is a fresh Vietnamese spring roll. You can also choose to fry these in a little bit of oil. Let's say you were sharing them with other people and you want to be safe health-wise. You might want to heat these and fry them in a little bit of oil, but fresh spring rolls are super delicious. So try dipping them in soy sauce or fresh lime juice or even a little bit of sweet chili sauce if you can get your hands on some. You can experiment and fill your spring rolls with other ingredients like lettuce, radishes, cilantro, other fresh herbs, or even crunchy fruits like apples or pears.
Hey guys, it's Mr. Amato. So what did you think? Did you like them? Are they your favorite too? I love them. If you love them too, leave a comment below or a picture, and with the hashtag POKfoodpower. Enjoy. And I will see you as soon as humanly possible. Be safe.